Once I woke up in a hidden place. Paradise unlike anything I had ever seen. And not the kind from fantasy. The one you could really sink your toes into. I walked beaches few had ever walked before, while the waves whispered their secrets. This place was my buried treasure. And even though I couldn't stay forever, the story of the islands never leaves me.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Happy Sunday. I'm Chris Tew, and you are watching the World of Discovery webinar. And with me is my co-host, the Director of Sales and Marketing of Discovery Resorts, Ms. Claire Bernabe. Hi, Claire.
Thank you, Chris. We miss you here in Coron.
Sayang. I know. I wish I could be there with you. Wow, look at that sun behind you, and the weather looks fantastic.
We're going to show you a lot more on Coron. So good afternoon, meanwhile, to our beautiful guests who are actually joining us from Coron.
From Coron, yes.
Yeah. And our audience, who are joining us in today's webinar, which is a special edition of the online show, Discover Now.
Okay, for those who are watching us for the first time, just a quick introduction on the World of Discovery. It's actually a webinar that's hosted by Discovery Hospitality, and we're bringing you a special edition of the online show, Discover Now. So over the next few months, we're going to be following the reopening of the Philippines' most iconic destinations and taking you through the experience of traveling in the new normal. And today's episode, Claire, is very exciting. As we know, Coron has just recently reopened, and our tourists are dying to visit Palawan and Coron once again. So today's episode we'll be talking specifically about Coron, which to those who are aware, Palawan has been awarded as the world's best island by Travel and Leisure for 2020. So congratulations to Palawan.
Correct. So before I proceed,
and I'd like to yes, go.
Allow me lang to remind people watching us, the same way we did Boracay as a protocol here in Coron, wearing of the face mask and the shield is a must, So andito yung mask namin for the purpose of this webinar, so that you can see the faces of our beautiful guests and panelists. We are allowed to remove it a little bit, okay?
Tama.
So, last time we were in Boracay. Today, we're exploring one of the favorite destinations, and Chris did mention that this is the best island in the world by Travel and Leisure. So maybe just to share, like we did in Boracay, our guests are also in various areas of Club Paradise Palawan. I'm greeting you now from the Firefish restaurant. I want to show you this view, and later on, if it's not too much glare already, we can show you the sunset. Our other guests, we will introduce them later on, but they will also tell you which part of the resort they're at. Okay, Chris, isama natin ang ating viewers.
Okay, yeah, so
tayo sa resort.
Exactly. Tama yan, yeah. So let's start our conversation. Let's introduce our guests. So from also with you over there in Coron, Palawan is Kelly Misa. Kelly is the host of Trending with Kelly, and she's also a columnist, model, and now an adventurous mama. She's perfectly versed in all things stylish and is a big travel lover. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, everyone. It's so nice to be with all of you today, and I am happily reporting from Coron, of course, in Club Paradise Palawan, and I am at Where am I? I'm right here. And I'm just so happy to be enjoying and guys how it is here right now, how it is to travel here. I'm very excited to share with you my experience.
Thank you, thank you. We're very, very happy that you can join us. And you are actually at the reception area
Yes.
by the bar. That's why you have that nice drink with you. So also joining us here in Coron is Juanico Fernandez. He is one of the bright and curious minds from Awesome Planet, one of the country's leading travel and lifestyle blogs. So thank you for joining us, Nico.
Hello, thank you everyone. Nico here, head of video at our awesome planet, streaming live here at the Club Paradise Pool front, as you can see. I wish guys could see the view and weather that we're experiencing right now.
Okay, great. Thank you, Nico. Also with us, we're very honored to have with us the woman who's been instrumental in the reopening of Coron. She's a very busy woman, and she's here with us today. Let's welcome Councilor Rica Reyes-Gaw of the Municipality of Coron.
Thank you
Hello,
very much.
ma'am.
Hi, Chris. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Mayad na ugto kanindong tanan. I am Rica Reyes of Coron, Palawan.
Hey, we're happy that you're joining us today, Rika. Also, this wonderful lady was with us for Discover Boracay episode. She joins us this afternoon. Please help me welcome Miss Michelle de Guzman, the Director for Marketing of Cebu Pacific.
Hello, everyone. Happy to be part of this Discover Coron webinar.
Great. Thank you, Mitch. It's nice to have you back at the webinar. And I know this is not your, well, you're in Manila pala, you're not in Coron, no? But I'd like to ask our guests, no? Especially Kelly, Nico, is this your first time to travel via plane since the lockdown?
Yes, I actually live outside of Manila. I live in Antipolo. So I've been frequenting yung mga mountainous ranges sa Antipolo. But I've been very excited about traveling on a plane now. Kasi I've been dying to swim sa beach na and experience the salt water.
Yeah, iba yung hangin, no? When you inhale the saltwater air. Oo, yung fresh air. Oo.
Salty air.
Yeah.
It's a first for us, definitely.
Okay.
We've been basically quarantined at home for several months, especially me and my son. We really rarely go out. We do everything online, and it's my husband who goes to work and does all the nitty-gritty stuff, the errands and all of that. So this is really such a welcome experience for us. It actually feels like I'm still dreaming kasi parang this is like I was let out. My freedom has been granted and I've been let out into the real world, and it feels so fantastic to be here.
Good. Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna have a pleasant experience there. Kayo naman po, Ms. Rica, have you been traveling or are you just in Palawan for the most of the lockdown?
For 9 months, I'm just here in Coron, tending to our residents here. But recently, I came to Puerto Princesa for a meeting there. Just arrived here in Coron yesterday. It was scary to be out of Coron, but yay, I'm back.
And look, it looks like this is the start, no? People are starting to gain some courage to actually go outside of their homes and their towns, no, to revisit and re-explore the Philippines again. Of course, with the proper safety measures in place. So, if I may ask, no, Kelly, Nico, what were the things that you were, apprehensive about in, finally leaving your homes?
Tell us about the thought process. What were your considerations to finally, were you anxious pa? Were you excited about the idea of being able to go out of town? Tell us.
For me kasi I live alone in Antipolo, so I have no folks around with me. But I've been looking forward talaga to traveling outside because I've been reading the news, I've been watching Facebook posts. Tapos I've seen friends post about stop traveling na. So I know talaga na this is the right time to travel. Hotel deals, cheap flights, tapos less crowd, which is the most important thing. That's obviously yung safety precautions that are all in place now. So yun.
Well,
Okay.
for me as a mom, of course there's so many hesitations, and I'm just basically nervous about everything. But
Mm.
after I did my research and after I think I asked the right questions, especially to Club Paradise Palawan, I was able to like ease my worries and hesitations, and I'm glad that I tried to really seek what has been happening and trying to learn about what's been happening, what protocols have been put into place, and I'm very happy to say that I think things are travel wise, things are really very streamlined and napag-isipan lahat. It's not a worry for any parent.
Oh, that's great to hear. And I'm sure the reason behind that is here with us, si Consehal. She
Yes.
doesn't want to be called Consehal, so I'll just call her Rica,
Yes, please.
who made sure that all these guidelines are in place and properly implemented, no, to ensure the safety of the locals and, of course, the visitors also of Coron. So maybe one of you could share with us some of the pre-travel requirements that you had to go through to get to Coron from Manila, and maybe also Rica from, let's say, from Puerto Princesa. Is there anything that you needed to accomplish also to get to Coron?
Ito, kwentuhan tayo.
Okay.
Rica, listen muna tayo sa experience ng ating panelists. Pa, ikwento natin, Kelly and
Okay.
Nico, kung ano yung
Sige.
experience natin from the pre-travel requirements siguro before the flight so that
Um,
si Rico din maintindihan niya yung proseso and ma-appreciate natin lahat how these things are evolving for Coron. Please,
Okay.
Kelly?
Okay. Well, for me, I think it started first with my booking with Club Paradise Palawan, because then when I booked my dates, I was able to get a list of all the requirements that I needed, and then I proceeded to get to them one by one. Of course, it's not the typical travel like before, yung wala lang, like just travel and just leave the house and go. Oh my goodness, sorry, there's a bee. And go, sorry, or go wherever you need to go. This time around, there are a few requirements needed. Number one, you need to get a swab test. It's very important. You need to get it 72 hours before your flight, and I think that's just enough time. If you can see in the video, there is some sort of discomfort. It's not as bad as it looked. It just felt
That's
like
true.
I wanted to sneeze. I think that's the best way to describe it. But yeah, it's not that bad. I mean, I there was a hesitation there for me because also fear, because there have been stories of people getting like feeling pain or not feeling good about it, but even my son did it and he didn't really complain at all. And after that, after the test, you need to get a QR code. You need to register with hold on. You
Great.
need to
Trace app.
The Trez?
yeah, the Trace app, of course. You can do that online, or you can do that right at the airport. And then you can also do you can log on to corontourism.ph to get
Yes.
the QR code, which is essential. The QR
Right.
code contain all your information that you will pass on to the Coron municipality, to the Coron LGU.
Okay. Would you like to add anything, Nico?
Yeah.
Yes, for us, it's the same process din naman pretty much. So we basically, Discovery Shores group in Manila helped us with all the procedures. So they scheduled the swab test for us. We opted for the home service actually. So they went to our house in their PPEs and then did the swab test. Actually, it took less than 30 seconds nga eh. After they swab you, ayun yung fear ko at first eh, kasi it was my first swab. So I knew it was gonna be painful. But the thing is, it wasn't really that painful. It was very uncomfortable lang, like for the first few 5 seconds. As after that, wala na. So parang you'll even forget about it na. So
Yeah.
which, which is nice. Kasi I plan on traveling then after this. So at least now I know na hindi siya ganun kasakit as I hope or I saw sa mga videos. Then
Yeah.
after that, yeah, we traveled to the airport na and then yun na.
Yeah, I have to agree with what Kelly said. It actually looks scarier when you watch the videos, no? But when they're actually doing it to you, it's not that painful naman pala. Diba? It nakakiliti lang siya, and it's really, really quick. And I'd like to add, no, I think, because I've had myself swabbed also many times. I don't know, maybe 7, 8 times already. But it's also important to choose the right lab partners in doing so. Because I've experienced, with several labs, and some of the doctors or the med techs who do it are some are a little bit rougher, some are a little more gentle. So it's important to go with the accredited and the reputable labs.
And so, for the convenience of our guests, before I introduce again Rica, no, dun sa kanyang observations with the sharing of our guests, for the convenience of those planning to come to Coron, we provide you with the complete details of the travel requirements that you need to prepare for by visiting the website of Club Paradise Palawan. Meron tayo dyan destination tab. And that is connected, that is linked to the website of Coron Tourism. So, Rica, would you like to add anything to the sharing of Kelly and Nico?
Yes, please. Thank you very much. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody. This reopening that we have of Coron is not my effort alone. It's a group effort, a team effort, from the LGU to the stakeholders. We have Club Paradise, of course, our associations, and of course our tourists then, like Miss Kelly and Sir Nico, who will give us feedback so that we can evolve and make things more beautiful, more comfortable for our tourists. Of course, things will not be perfect at first, but this experience will be beautiful for us. First, because Coron right now is well rested, the environment is well rested, so it's more beautiful than ever. It's like way back 10 years ago, so please come visit. Our protocols are very simple and streamlined. We streamlined it as much as possible without putting in jeopardy, of course, the health and safety protocols of the tourists and our residents. So we streamlined it with the SAFE protocol. First is schedule your flight with, of course, the airlines available. Currently, we have Cebu Pacific and Philippine Airlines. Next year, we'll be having Skyjet as well. Next, arrange everything. Please book your accommodations on CAO accredited accommodations like Club Paradise. These are DOT accredited accommodations that can take care of you and is following the health and safety protocols. Book your tours on accredited LGU accredited tour operators. Have round trip tickets ready for your check-in in the airport, and of course your RT-PCR with receipt with the OR. So 48 to 72 hours prior your flight. Please make sure that you have your receipt ready, because there are some things that we are we're not very
yes, we want to avoid.
Yes, we want to avoid that. Next will be F for the SAFE protocol. It's to file and register in our www.corontourism.ph for your health declaration form. You will be attaching also your RT-PCR and etc. And lastly will be E is evaluation upon your arrival, the likes of getting your temperature, checking if you have symptoms. If in any case you are symptomatic, you will be isolated for, of course, the safety of everybody. But if you are safe, no symptoms, your temperature is good, you have all the requirements, enjoy Coron.
Fantastic. Yes. Yes.
Rica, yung minention ni Rica kanina is to ensure that you have a copy of the official receipt of the RT-PCR, no? Just a gentle reminder also for our viewers, the receipt has to indicate also the name that appears on your ticket and
Yes.
proof of identification.
Yes.
Para pareho-pareho, hindi tayo magkakaroon ng problema.
Correct.
Yes. And also, I'd like to add, this is for everybody, all the tourists who's watching. We do not have any age restrictions anymore. The kids can come with the family. Of course, there shouldn't be any comorbidities for the safety of our tourists. But everybody can enjoy Coron please come visit us.
Yay!
Very
Great!
Yay.
Wow! Thank you, Ms. Rica. Thank you. And
Thank
to
you.
to the visitors also and those who plan to stay with Club Paradise, I believe the team, correct me if I'm wrong, Claire, that the reservations team can take care of all these, the processing of the QR codes for you. So you just send to the reservations team your flights, your RT-PCR results, and then they will help you in processing and getting your QR code to your emails.
Actually, Chris, may development tayo dyan. Kasi
Oh.
we went for the trays. Of course, ako personally, I did go for trays on my own. It was an easy 1, 2, 3 step. Walang naging
Okay.
talaga. So this is something that anybody can actually do. For the reservations team of Club Paradise Palawan, your confirmation letter, we can provide also the guidelines on the step-by-step and the requirements that you need to prepare for.
Okay.
Downloading trays using your mobile so that all of the images, image yung kailangan na i-upload doon sa site is all there already. Saying
Tama.
si Chris kaya din niya, si Kelly kaya, si Juanico kaya nating lahat.
Kaya.
We understand that for a lot of people, the data privacy is a concern. So we want to protect that as well. So we can provide you the assistance and the guidelines if you have questions. But
Okay.
take care of this.
Great. I think that's why there's a trace na now. When we went to Boracay, that was in November, there was no trace that was mandatory yet, no? Now, I think they started implementing it in December.
The Trace app it was required starting November 28th by the Department of Transportation. So it's for use in airports in the Philippines.
Correct.
Okay, great.
Para sa mga gusto magbiyahe, mag-download na ng Trace app.
Trace app, yes.
Okay, so perfect. Thank you for that information. Now, you got all the requirements in place. You got your QR code. You're ready to travel. You get to the airport. What's the experience like? Maybe also we can ask Mitch, no? I think Mitch could talk also about what to expect and what Cebu Pacific has been doing, no, to ensure the safety of the passengers.
Sure. We'll be showing a video later when it comes to the safety protocols that we have in place. Although it would be interesting to hear from Kelly and Nico as well. When it comes to their experience when taking our flight, it was our very first flight back to Coron
That's right.
since March. So we just started flying again to Coron last December 11. And it's a daily service. It will become twice daily starting December 19th.
Great. Yeah, Kelly, Nico, please share your experience.
Yeah. Well, for us, apparently the flight that we rode on was the maiden flight. So it was the very first flight. So very exciting. We were, I guess we're part of history now. But
Yes.
was no contact check in at all from start to finish. So just from getting your boarding pass to getting the luggage tag and putting on the luggage tag yourself and doing the bag drop, everything is contactless as much as possible. And I love that Pacific really thought of all the procedures and everything. Parang may step-by-step siya eh. And it's very easy to follow. Actually, everything is marked, naka-sticker. And even Tristan, my son, who's 5 years old, he was following the order of how it's supposed to be. And I think it shows how easy it is, because if my son can do it, then we can all follow. It was very easy for us.
Correct. That very, very brave little young boy. Amazing little young boy. Nico, would you like to add to that?
Yes, actually, the experience was very seamless. No? The moment we arrived sa airport, parang wala na yung lines outside. Tapos even inside, it was very minimal, like almost no one at the airport, barely anyone at the airport. Tapos when you get there, we did the online check-in at the kiosk. So I suggest you guys, pag magta-travel kayo, travel light. So you don't have to go to that and check in stuff and then touch more other items pa. And then once we got through the immigration na, same thing, everything was observed, yung social distancing. So yung mga seats are all one seat apart, and then they won't even ask for your ID. You have to show them na lang. So ganyan. So they won't physically take your ID na. Tapos once we got up to the airplane na, they were spraying us with the alcohol then. Tapos by yung mga flight attendants. Yan. So which was very comforting kasi we know na everything is being followed and safe.
Right. Okay. So, well, before we play or show the video that Mitch has prepared for us, if I can just make pahabol, I'm really very curious about this, Chris. So please allow me to ask.
Sure, go ahead.
Kelly, especially traveling with her family, no, and for Nico, what actually prompted you? What inspired you finally to say, "I'm traveling. I'm going for this trip"?
Well, of course, I have so many fears as a mom. And actually, when I announced that I was traveling, all my mommy friends were immediately messaging me, like trying to find out the information, like what went on my mind. Why did I suddenly decide to do it? And I think it's really, I felt very much at ease knowing that Club Paradise Palawan is now open. And I know that I'm in very good hands with the Discovery Group because I have experience coming here before and I have experience staying in Discovery Shores, Boracay, Discovery Primea, and all of that. So there's complete trust on my part to this company and as well as Cebu Pacific. And so, and apart from that, I know that Club Paradise Palawan is an island in itself. So, hindi nakakapasok labas kung sino-sino. Like, everyone from the airport is sure to have been swabbed already. And
Correct.
for the negative sila, I mean, why would you go to the airport, right? Unless you have that certificate. And lalo na here in the island, everyone is really like, everyone is negative. And that's why I just felt completely at ease to bring my family here.
Right. Did you have to research, by the way? How is the process choosing how to get to the island? Did you have to research about the airline?
Well, for me, I asked Club Paradise what their recommendations was. Kasi yun yung nauna for me, booking, and then Club Paradise. It was a back and forth um, when it came to the regulations and what the requirements were. And they suggested, of course, Cebu Pacific.
All right. Well, we have partnerships with various transport companies to make sure that you get here on time and you're taken care of, right? Nico, is there anything you'd like to add to this?
For me, I'm a simple guy. I saw the photos of the island, so I knew I was going there. Plus, I found out Discovery is handling us, so they'll be taking care of us. Wait, sorry, may mag-ano lang sa akin.
Oh, okay. Oh, pampering at its best.
Yung alagang Discovery.
Nico.
This is what I've been looking forward to.
May
Okay,
mga refreshing moments like this.
I like to add one.
Sorry, yes?
Yeah. Go ahead, Nico.
So when I found out nga the Discovery is taking care of us, I said yes immediately. Tapos when I saw the pictures, it's an instant yes for me. Madali akong kausap pag ganun eh.
Yeah, you mentioned about the photos kasi si Miss Rica mentioned about Coron being well rested and nature at its best, no? And I think I have to agree with that because just in within the shores of Club Paradise, the marine life has been thriving, no? Dugongs have been sighted regularly almost every day for the past months. Family of dugongs, there's giant squids, and all sorts of various marine life. The sharks are there. You mentioned earlier. They're back, and they've been seen regularly. So I have to agree with that. I'm very excited to witness and to see them myself. So you guys are lucky. Hopefully you see the Dugong family, Kelly and Nico, one of these days.
Share ko lang, no? Kasi this morning, we wake up early, tapos we went snorkeling. Tapos right after we got to the beach na, nandun na kagad yung family of turtles, like 3 of them feeding. Like 5 minutes, 3 turtles kagad. Tapos in the afternoon, we saw then baby sharks.
Oh.
Nice.
If you walk by the beach, actually, you'll see yung pens for the turtles kasi they keep the eggs para for safe keeping. Tapos they release it. I think they're gonna hatch this month, next month na yata.
Yep.
Tapos aside from that, nandiyan yung mga resident na mga mga ano yun?
Bayawaks.
Bayawaks yun.
Yes, yes. That's why there are those cages for the eggs. You want to make sure the bayawaks don't feed on them before they hatch.
Yeah. This was us this
Oo.
morning. Yan. You can see how clear the water is, diba?
Oo,
Very,
ang
very
ganda.
clear.
Ganda.
So the turtle family is part of the welcoming committee. Island they have made, and I must highlight Chris, si Kelly, and Nico are returning clients of returning guests of
And
Paradise,
Oh, great, great.
including Premea and Discovery Shores na pagkwentuhan natin ito kagabi. So I'm very
Fantastic. Thank you, thank you.
Footage like this really make you want to go to Coron na, no? Like, especially now na there's not a lot of travelers, you can have the island to yourself. And I'm sure this looks great from a window seat view. And this, especially as you're flying and landing towards Coron.
correct. And because you mentioned that, Michelle, and kanina si Kelly nabanggit din niya yung private island to. Let me share also that we have this trouble bubble program in Club Paradise. Meron na tayong private island rental. So depends if it's 30 rooms lang ba, 50 rooms, or you want really the whole island to yourself. You can bring your family, you can bring your employees of your corporations, and spend the time that you would really like to do in the island. It's all yours. So sigurado kayo that everyone is safe, and even our staff actually are periodically tested. At hindi sila
Yeah.
liligtas ng island since the lockdown. I must highlight that. This is how
Wow.
you have contact details on your screen. Screenshot nyo na. Pag-usapan natin ang private island.
Tsaka perfect yan for weddings and big family milestone gatherings, diba? I mean, you're sure that, you have the island to yourself, and those who want to be, I mean, it's safe naman as it is, no? But if you're really paranoid and you want to be extra sure, of course, you go through all the tests, and then you have the islands to yourself. So I think that's a great opportunity for gatherings like that.
So Chris, tignan natin yung following our discussion doon sa Boracay naman. Itong Discover Coron episode naman natin, you'd like to
Yes, actually, I don't think we've seen the video of Mitch. Have we seen the video of Mitch?
It can probably be shown later as well.
Later na lang.
But
Okay.
yeah, it can be later. But basically, I think this is really like a time when people are asking, like, what it like to fly now, and what are the safety protocols in place. So we'll show that video later. But when
Okay.
it comes to Cebu Pacific, passengers can continue expecting the best safety practices. It's what Kelly and Nico experienced also in their flights to Coron. Through our contactless flights, we deploy like a multi-layer approach to safety. We're happy to share also that we have received a perfect 7-star rating for COVID compliance. So this is from
Congrats.
airlineratings.com. It's an independent body that reviews airline processes and rates them according to like a standard set of rules. So I'm sure you've heard this before as well, but we do emphasize to our customers that they can travel with peace of mind, especially as Cebu Pacific aircraft is equipped with hospital-grade HEPA filters. So it filters the air inside the cabin every 3 minutes, and it really just makes it, so you can travel and just enjoy being in flight and on your way to the island. We also understand that customers want to be informed on what the new processes are and want the flexible options just in case someone in the traveling party gets sick or requirements change. So we are the first to implement flexible booking policies and procedures. So all these requirements, contactless flight procedures, like the self-bag tag and online check-in that Kelly and Nico mentioned earlier, all of these are readily available in the Cebu Pacific website. So we can probably show the video as well. We started implementing these safety measures starting like when we restarted flights back in June. The only difference now is that for our frontliners, our cabin crew, pilots, and check-in agents, they now undergo antigen swab testing instead of antibody. So please watch
Okay.
this video. So the video is from our engineering and fleet management director.
Here in Cebu Pacific, safety continues to be our topmost priority. We may be the fun airline, but when it comes to safety, we take this very seriously. Let me walk you through why you can travel with peace of mind when flying with Cebu Pacific. My team is responsible for the daily disinfection and cleaning procedures on Cebu Pacific aircraft. This includes the misting of the aircraft cabin, which extensively disinfects surfaces such as passenger seats, overhead bins, lavatories, and cabins. Our Bureau of Quarantine certified team uses an Airbus-approved disinfectant that is effective in eradicating viruses, including the coronavirus. As you walk your way into our aircraft, rest assured that our airport teams frequently sanitize self-check-in kiosks, bag drop counters, boarding areas, and shuttle buses for your safety. Meanwhile, in flight, we're excited to welcome you on board. The aircraft hospital-grade high-efficiency particulate air or HEPA filters black out viruses including corona with 99.99% efficiency. By design, the air supplied inside the cabin is maintained fresh and clean. Our friendly cabin crew are happy to guide you through any new in-flight or deplaning procedures so we can all have a contactless flight. Prior to flying, our pilots and cabin crew undergo rapid antibody tests and receive the all clear before their assigned flights. We look forward to flying with you soon. Let's all work together so everyone will fly again.
Okay, nice. Thank you for that video. I think it's very comforting to actually know that Cebu Pacific has really stepped up their game in terms of the safety and hygiene, no, and sanitation, especially in the midst of this COVID pandemic, because that seems to be one of the major concerns or reasons why travelers are still apprehensive, no, because of they're unaware.
It's one of those developments, right? Because we've always put safety as our priority, but now safety covers, the health of the traveler.
Yes,
and it's more of making sure that all of these procedures are in place so that we can ensure that health, not just for the passengers, but also for our teams, right? I
Correct.
think Kelly and Nico also experienced, like, when it comes to deplaning,
Yes.
all of those procedures, right?
Yeah.
Talking about the passengers, sige, Kelly and Nico, share with our viewers your experience on board.
Nakamask ba yung mga ibang pasahero?
Dapat naka-mask and naka-shield. But actually, what I noticed, apart from naka-PPE yung mga flight attendants and nag-disinfect every time, like as soon as we enter the plane, I really like the row. What's this called? It was assigned. The exit, or no, the planing was assigned row by row. So it's very orderly. It's not like before yung pag nag-announce na we've landed, tatayuan na lahat and everyone would really like try to squeeze in to get out of the plane. This time around, it's very orderly. It's the planing is by row and everyone's taking their time. Walang nagmamadali and everyone knows what's at stake. So talagang sumusunod lahat. Very orderly. I really appreciated that.
Yes, gone are the days na yung pagland ng plane, tatayo na lahat kasi bawal. So everyone has to exit sequence by sequence. So yan, from the back.
Yeah.
Tapos once we arrive at the airport, same thing. They will disinfect ulit yung luggages nyo. Parang you have to stand by the side. Tapos you have to put all your luggages there. Tapos they'll spray it and disinfect it. And then, same another process na naman. Like you have to go through the hand washing stage. Tapos another temperature check, another scanning, and then that is only the time you can enter the airport na.
Correct. I think we managed to show a video on our experience arriving at the Busuanga airport, right? So, okay, well, thank you for sharing those experience. This is a learning curve for many of those watching. We constantly, receive questions, how to fly, pwede na ba? Pwede na ba magdala ng mga kids? So, now naman, bigyan natin ng feedback siguro, no? Si Rica, representing the local government unit. Kelly and Nico, how do you find the new ways of travel to Coron, the safety protocols? How do you find these? Are these very strict for you, or is this something that for you this is the way to go, this is the way to do it? Yeah, Kelly.
Yes.
Oh,
This is
sige.
definitely the way to go for me. Yung safety is always, I think safety is always the number one priority. Yan. So it's a welcome change compared to before. Like everything is orderly, everything is organized, everything is smooth. So yun, parang it's for everyone's safety and not just for them, not just for us. It's for everyone in general. So if this is what it takes for us to be safe, I think everyone should be up using this or applying this.
Yeah, I really appreciated that everything was orderly, and you as a passenger, I knew where to go. There are arrows, literally arrows, where to go. There were people to guide you. Kunyari, when I didn't know it was contactless check-in, so I didn't know that I had to use the kiosk. So there was someone there without touching me, but he was very kind, and he would tell me, he told me basically what to do, even with the bag tag, because hindi rin ako familiar with how to tag the bags properly. He helped me, like he was very patient with me, and I really appreciated those things. And I think right now, all the rules and all the protocols are set and put into place, and that gives me so much assurance, and it makes me feel very secure, I think, as a passenger.
Very
Also, to be honest, we didn't even know we were doing the first maiden flight. Kasi when we got there, everyone was prepared. Parang we didn't know na, oh, it was the first flight. Kasi everyone knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
Everyone were leading us to which way, what to do next. Yan. Everyone was very inviting and helpful.
happy to hear that. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Rita,
very much. Thank you very much, Miss Kelly and Sir Juanico, no? Nakakataba ng puso yung feedback ninyo. As I mentioned earlier, this is a team effort from the Department of Tourism, LGU stakeholders, and of course from you guys. All your feedback is very important to us. This experience will not be beautiful without all these feedbacks, from the bad to the beautiful to the ugly feedbacks, everything. And with all of this, I hope we can all rise back, bounce back higher, rise back after this crisis. And, by God's grace, everything will be better eventually.
so we are grateful to the local government unit of Coron, from the mayor to, of course, Councilor Rica and the other members of the team for, constantly meeting every Friday. Naging meeting sila eh. Because Rica mentioned that the protocols are evolving, based also, of course, on the feedback that they receive from the private stakeholders, from guests like us. No, Rica, tama, diba? It's
Yes.
constantly evolving. Okay, so Chris, allow me to proceed and move on to the next part of our discussion, our conversations. Now that the swab tests, the airport screening, the flight over na, nagdating na tayo sa Busuanga Airport. Let's talk about what people are actually very curious about. Going for a holiday. How was the experience coming to Club Paradise Palawan? Maybe you can bring us to that journey. And I think, we have videos to show also. So you make us cuento about your journey.
Well, for me, from the airport pa lang, as soon as Club Paradise, the staff picked us up, I did not feel like there was time wasted, because they just really took care of us, and they have the signature Discovery Group service. And even though naka-mask sila and naka-shield, you could see it in their eyes that they're smiling. And they're very helpful, very courteous, and actually familiar faces eh. Like, I remember them from the last trip, and talagang kinakamusta nila kami. Like, how are you, Miss Kelly? They remember all of us by name, and I really appreciated that. And napakadali lang. Like, from the airport, we took a van, And then from the van, we took a boat and we were in the island na, and it was so fast. And yeah, it was service all the way. It was really so good.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I mean, Joe Hill, the general manager, is
Yeah.
probably watching us right now. And, you know, him and the team have been so eager to welcome everybody back and to serve the guests again. It's been a quiet 9 months, you know, or so. So they're very excited to have you guys back in the island. So, yeah, Joe Hill, congratulations to you and your team.
Nakakababa ng puso when they say that they feel the sense of warmth, no? Yung ating distinctly discovery na goal really to make sure that you feel very, very at home when you get to the island.
Yes, you can see that they were craving when they saw us nga eh. Pero kami, tutok lang kami sa turquoise water when we were approaching Thailand. Parang we really wanted to jump na.
Okay. So you guys have been to Club Paradise, but I don't know if you're aware that the Club Paradise recently won the Green Destinations 2020 Top 100 Sustainable Destinations Award. So I believe this is the first time a Philippine resort has won this award.
Wow.
And the team, the team has been really focusing on creating programs that are allowing the island to be sustainable. Of course, Coron is one of the most beautiful in terms of natural beauty, and of course the management takes responsibility as well in trying to keep it that way and to make sure that the environment is protected, as well as the marine life. And also, for some of you guys that might not be aware, no, that the vegetables that you're eating there in the resort is actually grown from the own farm of the resort, which is another island. It's another island away in Taranuman.
Farm, yes.
And also the crabs. I don't know if you got a chance to eat the crabs. Those are also grown from the other island by the Club Paradise team. They're also the divers have also been busy during the lockdown in eradicating the crown of thorns, which are really a serious threat to the coral reefs. No, so they really have to manually take them out one by one in a very meticulous way, to make sure that they don't eat up and harm the corals, which is the home of the animals. So congratulations to the Club Paradise team.
Thank you. I will add to that, Chris, total nabanggit mo na
Yes.
yung sustainability, no? While we are awarded for 2020, we are also once again nominated naman for Green Destinations Best Practices Top 100 for 2021, no? Like you mentioned. For 2020, awarded na tayo.
Okay, great. So, okay.
Right.
Where
So
are we, Claire?
we will talk about now about the experience of our guests on the island in Club Paradise. Sana, Rica, ma-experience mo din to. Visit ka one of these days. No?
Kaya nga, talaga.
Technical manager Jojo with you. But of course, before we take you to the comforts of dining experience and the beautiful activities available on the island, let me just repeat again that everything that we do at Club Paradise follows the safe, strict guidelines of the local government unit, the Department of Tourism, the IATF, and ang Discovery Hospitality. We have this safe space program, Chris, no? We anchored this in this trailblazing initiative, reimagining a lot of the other programs that we have, backed by the Home Safe program, implemented in all the properties, in all of the destinations, and in partnership with Lysol. So ito yung mga initiatives natin to make sure that our standards are at par at hindi tayo mapapahiya kay Rica sa ating mga diba? Okay, so
For sure.
we've outlined the entire customer journey experience from pre-flight. So we'd like to maybe hear from Nico and from Kelly, maybe about your dining experience. Let's start with that.
Okay. So we were actually on the same flight and same van going to from Manila to here. Tapos when we got to the port pala is private ng
Mhm.
Club Paradise. So there was no one there. It was just us. From there, kasi it's different from the main port in Coron. So this is the
Mm.
port on the other side. So from there, we took the ferry, the fast craft going here. And then once we arrived here, we went straight to lunch na. For lunch, there was actually a buffet table, like it's same table as before. Kaya lang, the only difference is instead of you scooping your own food or there's a waiter there who's gonna assist you. You won't be able to touch the trays or the containers. Parang you just point at the food, tapos they will serve it for you. Tapos you'll just wait at the table. Basically, they'll just bring it to you. And then if you want to order a la carte naman, at every table parang may QR code na, which is good kasi wala nang contactless na. You don't need to handle the menu, ganyan. So just take a photo of the QR code. There's one for breakfast and then lunch and dinner. Tapos you just scan through their menu. Tapos you just call the waiter. Tapos they'll serve you the food na. Tapos only once the food is there, yun yung time na you can remove your mask.
So it's an assisted buffet setup where you don't.
It's a welcome change, which we all prefer, I think. Ganun.
Yeah, and the dining location is where Claire is. No, it's a Firefish restaurant, which is open. So you have the flow of the breeze, that provides the ventilation that
And
that will make it safe.
View.
Wow.
What's that?
That view from the
view,
restaurant.
for sure. And it's almost sunset, so yeah, I'm sure it's even more beautiful. Oh, ayan na, pababa na yung araw. Oo. Okay, and also, no, Claire, I think there are some, for the returning guests, there will be something to look forward to in terms of the accommodations. There's a new wing that's about to be opened.
Yes.
Or is it open already?
Open na.
Open na, okay.
Kelly was there, and Kelly is going to show us her experience at the Ocean View Suites. These are our new features at the Club Paradise Palawan. We call them the Ocean View Suites. So Kelly, share fun. How was it?
Well, as you can see, the suite is just very serene and relaxing. As soon as you enter there, actually, you just feel very much at ease, and it's like your vacation has started. And it's so good. Like I really enjoy. I really love, because I did stay in the Sunset Villa before, but this time around, I love going out to the balcony and seeing that beautiful view of the ocean. It's really a different experience, and I think it's a great way to start your morning. Like, you can brew your coffee and you can drink your coffee while watching the sunrise. It's just so beautiful. A great way to start your day. And I guess for some of us who are living in condos in Manila and all of that, this is like a welcome change. Like, when you look out, it's the beach. And I think we all wish at this point na yun yung view natin. It's really sweet. I love the rooms talaga. And also, I love that there is an adjoining room. Like, if you're bringing your family, you can get a connecting room, and the kids can stay in their own room, and the parents, of course, can stay in their own room. So may connecting lang, but there is easy access to the kids, and it makes the family experience really so comfortable and so luxurious as well. I really appreciate these little things because, of course, traveling as a family can be difficult, and you really want to go the extra mile when it comes to comfort.
Thank you, Kelly.
Great. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you.
So, let's talk about the other experiences. Nico, you've been very busy. You've never actually stayed a lot in your villa. Talk to us about how you spend your hours when you arrived on the island.
Yes, compared to before, no. When we arrive at the hotel or resort, normally what we do is we stay in the hotel room muna, mag-cool off and then mag-phone. But this time around, no, I didn't waste any time. I went straight to the kayak. Nag-swim muna ako. And then I went kayaking after. Tapos we went walking along the beach lang from sunset. Tapos that was the time we witnessed all the yung sunset view, and then yung mga animals. Tapos when actually I was working the whole day, pero my work was done at the villas, yung mga kubo. by the beach. So this morning I was at the hammock. Tapos afternoon, nandun na ako sa mga lounge chairs. So I never, as much as I want to stay in the room, I really prefer outside din. So to experience that, kasi this is what I've been missing out on for the past few months.
Yay! Look at that video. It's so
Yeah.
beautiful.
Is that you?
It doesn't even do justice. Once you're there, the turquoise water is really unbelievable. It's historic here. You can see everything talaga.
That is just gorgeous.
Tsaka ang ganda ng tubig. Ang calm ng waters.
Yes.
That's where we saw the baby sharks this afternoon.
Ah, okay.
Actually swimming lang.
Ang ganda ng entourage mo. Everyday, iba-iba sila, no?
Yes.
May turtle ka on the first day. Ngayon, meron kang baby shark. Look at that. It's so beautiful.
Nakakaingit, no, Claire? Ay, nandiyan ka pala.
Nakakaingit, Chris.
Oo, si Mitch pala. Si Mitch, dapat we should visit soon.
Come nighttime kasi it's much safer to swim by the pool. Ito, yung pool sa likod ko. Which is open 24 hours siya. Tapos it's half salt, half fresh water. So you don't miss out on the feeling na you're swimming by the sea at night.
Thank you, Nico. Ang ganda-ganda ng sinishare mo sa atin. Kelly, how about you? How is the family doing?
Oh, very good. I think one of my favorite spots is where Nico is staying, which is the pool. And it's really so beautiful there. I mean, of course, the beaches are beautiful, but if you want a break from the beach and you want to go swimming, do laps, you can actually have full access of the pool for 24 hours. It's open and it's very well lit. And it's a gorgeous pool. You can actually hang out there, and beside each beach chair, beside each lounge chair, the table there has disinfectant. So I think the disinfectant is Lysol. It is sponsored, I think, and the guests have free access to it. Beside when. Video like beside me, like easy access.
Okay.
Disinfect.
Yeah. Thank you, Kelly. Yeah, I guess for those who want to hike also are more adventurous and want physical activity, you can hike up to Eagles Point. Is it called Eagles Point? It's called Eagles Point, right? The highest point of the island where you have panoramic views of all the islands and the mainland of Coron is really beautiful. But it's about a 15-minute hike, and make sure to wear the right shoes, going up there. It's worth it. It's worth it. Claire, I think we shouldn't keep our guests too much. We should let them enjoy the sunset. Pababa ng araw. I think it's their last night pa naman.
All out naman. Oo.
Oh, let's let them enjoy the beach na and the sunset. Oh, it's so beautiful. And then the bat show at maybe 5:30. The bats are gonna start heading to the mainland. That's a beautiful sight. Anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, I wanted to share because last night we actually had a movie Under the Stars. So next year, yan, at saka ng young boy ni Kelly.
Yeah. We watched Home Alone. Sobrang fun.
What we're actually doing now, let me just mention this kasi binanggit ni Nico kanina that he started working from the other areas of the beach, no? Meron tayong ni-launch kasi na workation. That's the work and learn from the beach. So parents, Kelly, you don't actually have to wait for that school break anymore. You can just bring the laptop. We have the internet connectivity here or wherever on the island, and you can do work here. You can continue with your studies here. Many initiatives. We also have the weddings. Meron tayong intimate spaces for big moments. And here you have a bigger beach area to do just that. So I hope we have the video to show. There you go. Yeah, we're just going to show you some of the images that we have prepared in lieu of the new normal, of course, in consideration of, safe distancing. We have the new setups. We went through the entire rates and packages and how we do things for the new normal para safe pa rin our clients, right? So this is an absolute importance for us in Discovery. So we adhere to the protocols set by government entities, and implementing these assures our team that we protect our guests and our staff. So with all of these new setup for the wedding, we remain committed to delivering a wedding experience that is magical. So every bride and groom can still have their dream wedding. Michelle, nagpaplano ka na ba? Our contact details are on your screen. Screenshot nyo na yan pag-usapan natin your wedding this coming months.
Yeah, well, thank you, Claire. And I'd like to add, no, the styling that you saw. I believe Joe Hill and his team in Club Paradise can do that in-house. Our guests don't have to worry about bringing in a whole team of stylists and all their floral arrangements and what. The Club Paradise team can take care of that. And I've attended weddings there, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, you're coming here by next week. There's a wedding. Anyway, yes, we can one-stop shop. We have the experts, we have the expertise in our team here, but also we partner with very reliable wedding organizers and wedding planners
Also,
from
yeah.
outside of Coron, no? Para meron tayong international standard offering also in Club Paradise.
Also, yes.
Right?
Yes. Okay.
So you're absolutely right. It's a beautiful
Okay. Yeah, the sunset's beautiful. You shouldn't know. You shouldn't miss it. So, yeah, Claire, let's let them go.
Can we give our guests lang maybe an opportunity to promote maybe their column, their shows?
For sure, yeah.
Websites. Let's start with
Kelly, maybe Nico, then Mitch, and let's end with Madam Rica.
Well, I'd like to start with Rica.
You like to start with Rica? Okay.
I'd like to start with Rica, and then we go to Michelle, and then Kelly, and then Nico.
Okay. Sure.
All right. Thank you, everyone. I'd like to invite everybody to please experience Coron once again. I mean, experience yourself once again after all this pandemic. Take a breather here in our small town. And as I mentioned, by God's grace, let us all bounce back higher. Please do not forget to follow minimum health protocols. Schedule your flight to Coron. Arrange everything, your accommodation, your tours, and etc. File and register on corontourism.ph and evaluate your health. Note, please, the RT-PCR should be taken 48 to 72 hours prior your flight. Let us all pray that we'll survive this pandemic. We'll see each other hopefully soon. We'll bounce back higher. And we'll all rise again together. Thank you.
Very much, Rica. We hope to
Thank
see
you.
Thank you for finding time this afternoon.
Yes, thank you so much, Miss Rica. Thank you, and all the best.
Michelle, after the flight.
So sakto, no, like after Rica, for the past months, we as an industry have really been working hard to ensure that all of these safety protocols are in place so we can restart tourism safely and sustainably. We keep saying this, let's all work together so everyone will fly again. And it's really like a joint effort and the product collaboration across all stakeholders, whether it's the stores or the LGUs. Through our One Love initiative, we're encouraging everyone to support the Philippine travel industry and travel local. So one flight means so much more to the locals dependent on the jobs the tourism industry creates. So traveling now really helps a lot.
Yes.
So we fly Manila Coron daily.
Yes.
We fly Manila Coron daily, and this will become daily starting December 19. Our low fares are here to stay. Actually, we just ended our peso sale in the 12-12 period. So come visit the island. By booking our trademark low fares through CebuPacificAir.com, stop dreaming of Coron and actually fly and experience the paradise that is.
Thank you very much.
Great, thank you.
Kelly, please invite our audience to your show and your column.
Yes, I do have a travel show, but right now we are on a break. Hopefully by 2021, we can get back on track. It is called Trending with Kelly. It airs every Sunday at 8 p.m. with replays every Saturday at 11:30 a.m. on ANC ABS-CBN News Channel. I also have a YouTube channel. You can find me, Kelly Misa-Fernandez. Follow me on my Instagram at Kelly Misa. And also follow Trending with Kelly as well at Trending with Kelly. That's it, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you, Kelly, very much. Thank you. Nico, how about Awesome Planet?
Yes, so this is our first travel experience now for this year actually. So watch out for more. We'll definitely be coming back. Tapos we'll be publishing a video of this about the Coron and our travel tour next week. So watch out, check out our Awesome Planet Facebook page. Also, I would like to thank Cebu Pacific and Team Discovery for helping us out for this trip. And if I can't stress it enough, no, kasi I think the best time to travel really is now. Kasi the hotel deals are cheap, the flights are cheap, yung crowds are very minimal. So I think it's the best time to travel talaga. So yun, if there's one tip I could share you guys, I think it's to travel light lang talaga whenever traveling locally. Yan, as much as possible.
Agree. Well, sir, there you have.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm supposed to show you the view, but because we want you to have an easy time getting, reaching us and asking us about everything that we've shown you today, please take a screenshot of your screen and get in touch with us. And we look forward to welcoming you and helping you with your inquiries about traveling to Coron. Chris?
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, Claire, and thank you to all our guests, Kelly, Nico, Mitch, and Ma'am Rica. Thank you so much for your time and for sharing your experiences with us. And it's very helpful, and I'm sure you're making all our viewers very excited and encouraged to travel once again to Coron and to other destinations of the Philippines. So thank you, guys. And enjoy the rest of your stay in Coron. Mitch, I'll see you soon, and Ms. Rica as well.
Thank
Okay,
you.
guys.
Good afternoon.
Thank you so much.
Have a lovely evening, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Thank you to all our viewers. Thank you for watching The World of Discovery. We'll see you in our next episodes, guys. Thank you.